So why does retirement from sport often feel like a personal loss rather than just a career change?
It is kind of just like an identity crisis, from you go from doing that your whole life, and it's just a hard transition. All of a sudden, the career is done, and I would just sit in my apartment. I don't have no class to go to. Like, I would wake up in the morning with anxiety.
How many of your teammates in NFL presently?
That I played with, probably like 7, 8.
For those who may not know him, Josh Foster is an alumni from Texas Christian University, one of the America's top Division I football programs. During his time there, Josh was a prominent player who lived the discipline, pressure, and glory that come with competing at the highest collegiate level. Today, Josh joins us to share a powerful and often overlooked story and the life of an athlete out of the cheers fade, out of the jerseys comes off, and after the game ends. But before we dive deep into this conversation, do us a quick favor: like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Your support keeps us motivated and allows us to continue bringing you authentic thought-provoking and inspiring content. Now, let's get into it. Yeah, Josh. So in any particular way, do the athletes ever get a chance to discover who they are outside the competition while they are still playing?
Yeah, I think while we're playing, I mean, it's kind of hard to, especially at the college level, because you're so busy with your sport, so busy training, so busy studying for your sport, school, and all that. I mean, I guess like outside of whatever your major is, I guess that's like another interest that you can that you're kind of pursuing at the same time as playing football. But it's kind of hard once you get to college and you're an athlete. It's kind of hard to try to find like what else you're interested in at that time, because you're just so busy. You're like, your schedule all throughout the day, like you have stuff back to back to back, so it's kind of hard to fit that in. So like, I think it's best to like try to figure that out like before you get to college, kind of like during high school and stuff when you have a little more time. But during that time period, as being a college athlete, you just have everything just so time consuming. You don't really have time to see what else you're kind of interested in. But like, it's I guess like during the off season, you have some time to like do like some extracurricular activities and stuff like that, and kind of get more involved on campus and into different groups on the campus and stuff like that. But as far as like during season and stuff like that, it's hard to fit all that in.
So when you talk about these extracurricular activities, these would be like activities like what? Is it still like sports or just
no
different
like
things?
Stuff outside of sports. There's like a bunch of different groups on campus, like that normal regular students participate in, like theater, or like one thing I did a lot was like the FCA was like Christian. It was for like Christian athletes, and we would go to this function where it's a bunch of athletes from a bunch of different schools, and you get to meet people from all over the world, or in Texas, and y'all would just meet up, and you would stay there for like 3-4 days, and just kind of see people from different backgrounds, different schools, see like how their schools and stuff are, and you get to participate in a lot of different activities. But it's a lot of stuff. When I was in college, I didn't really participate too much on things that are on campus, but I kind of just stuck to my sport. But there is so much in college, like it's so much other stuff going on at the same time while you're in school, but I just didn't participate too much into it. But yeah, that's a lot. Yeah. If you really want to, you can. It's easy to find like other stuff that you're interested in also.
Okay. So why does retirement from sport often feel like a personal loss rather than just a career change? I see that a lot on athletes.
I think it's just kind of like I said on the last episode that we did. It's kind of just like an identity crisis, you know. From you go from doing that your whole life, and it's just a hard transition. If it kind of is a loss, because a personal loss, because like I said, like that part of you is dead now. Like you're not going to play your sport ever again. Like when my career ended, like just the thought of like I'm never going to be an athlete, like I'm never playing sports again, it was like I couldn't like really comprehend that. Like it was just so like it's the first time that I've experienced that, because I've been an athlete my entire life. But once you go from being an athlete your whole life and to now that it's over, and you don't really know what else that you want to do, it can easily feel like a career loss, or like a personal loss. But like I don't think it's not the same as, say, you go into one career and you switch the career into something else. I don't think that's the same, because unless you say like a doctor or somebody that they've been going to school their whole life to become a doctor, and then all of a sudden they get to like that last step that they need to become a doctor, but something happens to where they can't be a doctor anymore. Like you did all that studying, you wasted all that time studying, long hours of preparing for tests, exams, whatever you need to do. All that stuff is just wasted now. So that's just like the same thing as far as like an athlete. They've been working their whole life, studying their sport, studying the game, trying to get to the NFL, trying to get to the NBA or wherever they're trying to go, but they come up short. And it's just like, you know, that's what you've been studying for all these years and preparing for all these years, and now you don't get that chance. It just takes a toll on you, and I don't think that's the same as switching careers. Like if I was to go into nursing and then switch into another career, it wouldn't be the same transition, because I haven't been doing nursing for as long as I can remember. You know, I can do that for like a few years and then switch it to another career, just find something else I'm interested in. But this is something that you dedicated your whole life to, and it's like it's a lot more significant than just switching careers, you know.
Right. So you particularly, right? So what emotional challenges did you commonly face when the structure of the sport disappears? Like, you know, like, man, football, I'm done with football.
That was probably like the weirdest part for me, because once I was done with football, I still had a semester of college left, and I've never in my life had that much free time. Like I did not know what to do with myself. Like because when you're in football, you have so much structure. Like you have a set schedule. You need to be here or there every part of the day. Like you have somewhere to be, something to do. Like your day is always busy. And then you're done with football, and all you have now is just your few classes.
And how many years did you do that?
Like a set schedule and stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, all through college. So like I was in college for 5 years. So that whole 5 years, even on the high school level, you still have school. You go to school all day, and then you have practice and stuff after that, and then you go home and do whatever, and then you repeat. But like even that would have been better than what I experienced after college, because you have this set schedule this whole time, and then all of a sudden the career is done, and I would just sit in my apartment. I don't have no class to go to. Like I would wake up in the morning with anxiety, like just feeling anxious because I feel like I'm late to something. I feel like
you're missing something.
Yeah, like I feel
your
like
routine is messed up.
Yeah, I feel like I'm supposed to be somewhere right now, but you don't have anything to do. But I would wake up and I'm just like, what do I do with myself right now? Like you don't have no classes, no practice, no weight training, no nothing to do. Like even right now, I'm still trying to find stuff to fit into my like daily schedule outside of work. Only thing I do is go to the gym, really, outside of work. But yeah, like all that free time, it forces you to kind of like just sit. It's a lot of lonely time that you sit in your room. You just kind of thinking about like.
What was the feeling? Is it a good feeling?
No,
or bad feeling?
No, it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling at all. It's like, I don't know. It's just like you don't know what to do with yourself. Like you've never had this much free time. It's not a good feeling at all. It's like you just
Your routine is
stumped.
messed up.
Like you don't have a routine, nothing no more. I'm sleeping in to like 11, 12 o'clock because I don't got nothing to do in the morning. I don't know. Even when I wake up, I'm just watching TV, just chilling at the crib, and it's hard. And like a lot of your teammates and stuff, a lot of my teammates that I was kind of like friends with and stuff, like some of them had already like transitioned to the NFL, and some are still playing football. So they still have their schedule still. They still like, so you don't really have time to like hang out with them because they're still busy. They still have their schedules and stuff going on, but you don't have, I didn't have like really anything going on for me. And it was just a hard transition to deal with.
So how many of your teammates are in NFL presently?
I have probably at least about that I played with, probably like 7, 8.
7, 8.
Or more, or maybe a few more. That's just the ones I can think of off the top of my head. But the ones that was in my class, my specific class, I think it's just 2.
Do you still communicate or call each other? Or?
Yeah. I talked to like one of them was my roommate. Yeah, we talk pretty often, and I went and seen him probably like sometime last year, late last year. Because when he's off season, he comes back to Fort Worth, Dallas area, and I went out there and I met up with him. But I still try to stay in contact with him, not as much as we did while we was in school, but like you still talk to him every once in a while. But it's probably like 7, 8 people that I played with that's currently in the NFL.
So right now, do you feel like you're still kind of like cool in a way, like they share their new life experiences with you in the NFL?
Not really. I mean, I feel like we're still cool. Like if I was to see them right now, like it wouldn't be like no bad blood or anything. Like it would be cool. Like you just don't like kind of
go deep into each other's personal business.
Yeah. I feel like you don't talk as much as you did like when you were in college and you see each other every day. Like it's kind of, you just kind of move on with your life. Kind of. It's like it's not intentional. It just happens. You know. Yeah. It's kind of like going from high school to college. Like you don't talk to your high school friends as much as you did when you were in school.
That's true.
So it's just kind of like
it's the chemistry is not that naturally there.
I mean, I feel like the chemistry can still be there. Like once y'all link up, it's still the same type of energy and stuff like that. But you just don't call or talk to each other as much as y'all used to, you know. Yeah. So it's nothing, no bad blood or anything like that, though.
So how does the silence of the crowd fades affect athletes' mental life?
I would say,
because when you're still actively playing, you like a celebrity, people cheering.
It's tough. It's it can be a little depressing also. Even like, especially from your hometown where like everybody's expecting you to like make it out and stuff like that. Like I know athletes, even myself included, but I've talked to like some of my friends and they felt the same way. Like you don't even want to go back to your hometown because of that expectation that everybody had, and you just don't want to face that reality of everybody coming up to you and be like, "What happened? You know, I thought you was gonna make it to the NFL. I thought you was gonna, do all these big things," but it's like you don't want to face that reality that you're done with your sport now, and people don't really, I guess, support you as much as they did while you were playing. But for me, I was like kind of scared to go back home. Like the first probably like 2-3 years, I just kind of stayed in Fort Worth where I was going to school at. Like I didn't want to go back home to none of the games or anything like that. But like I did realize, like I went back recently and I still get a lot of love from like a lot of the people in my hometown. They still say like that they're proud of you, all that you've accomplished and stuff like that. But I think it's just stuff that we make up in our own minds most of the time. We put a lot of pressure on ourselves just as athletes. We think that people is just going to be so like disappointed, like what happened to you and all this. But it's in reality, that's not the case. They're still proud of all the stuff that you have accomplished throughout the years, but it can still take a big toll on you. Like it goes real quiet once you're done with your sport. Not as many people there.
You think it's like it's a feeling of shame,
Yeah,
or failure,
kinda, yeah.
or
But I don't think that comes from like people. I think we just like it's just in our mind. Like you just battling with thoughts in your own mind, and it's just you putting that pressure on yourself. But in reality, people don't actually think that about you. They don't think you're a failure or anything like that. We just kind of put that on ourselves. But yeah.
Okay. Is the loss of routine sometimes harder than the loss of the game itself?
Yeah, I think so. Like I said, the routine, like just having something to do all day, every day, and football and like just sports in general, it also brings like a good sense of community. Like you're surrounded by people all the time, and y'all are all like working together to reach a goal. You have people pushing you to reach your goals and stuff like that. And then kind of once you're done, you just kind of alone on your own for the first time. And like you've been doing this your whole life, and you've had people like everything that you've pretty much done in your sport, like it's been done as a team. You've been surrounded by people that's trying to reach the same goals as you. And now you're just kind of on your own and trying to figure like what you're going to do with your life now. And that's like, it's really tough. But I think it's a really hard transition though, just going from having that set schedule every single day to now you don't know how to fill that time in. But it's just like you just have to start over and find like what else is it that you want to do with yourself. Like find a new career, a new path to take. But it's not as easy to find that new path. You kind of first have to get over the fact that phase of your life is over. That phase of being an athlete is done now. But going into like finding that new path, you just have to just do your research, see what else is out there in the world, go out and explore like different careers and stuff. You don't have to figure it all out immediately as soon as you're done. Like just try to experience different careers that's out there. There's so much in the world other than just sports, but I feel like since that's what we've been doing our whole life, that's like kind of all you've been exposed to. It's kind of like how me and you were talking about earlier, like people that grow up in like these small towns and all they see is what's in their town, like, but they don't know like it's so much more out there in the world than what they see. And so because of that, they're so small-minded of what's all out there, and they don't think they can achieve all those big things out there. It's kind of the same thing in like in football. Like all you've known your whole life is sports, and that's kind of, you can't really see yourself doing anything further than just sports. But like once you're done, like there's so much more other like careers out there that you can do other than just football, other than just coaching or strength training and stuff like that, sports related. Like just do your research and like you can find other stuff to do.
It's been noted that some of the athletes after their lives in the sport, right, turn up to be into substance abuse. How true is that?
It's definitely a real thing. Like I'm sure people go through that all the time, but I mean, it's just different for like, it just depends on who you're talking to. Like everybody's like experience after sports isn't the same. You have some people that go on to be like very successful after their sport, like probably like immediately after they already have their future set up, what they wanted to do after football. But you have some that was focusing strictly on football, and that's it. And some people, fortunately for me, I have like a great support system. Like my family, they've been there to like support me along the way, like since I've been done. I have people that I can fall back on to like help me and guide me through this process. and I have like brothers who have been through the same thing, and they've kind of like found their way, and I can fall back on them like when I need some help. But you have some people that's once they're done with their sport, they don't have family to help them out along. They just kind of have to figure everything out on their own, and it can be real stressful, and it can. I'm pretty sure a lot of players, athletes go into like a deep depression once they're done with their sport. And once they realize they can't go to the NFL or keep playing football, I think that can cause you to become like really depressed. And I'm sure that's probably why they fall into drinking or drugs. They need some people probably go back to their hometowns and fall back into the wrong crowds and stuff. People that's like selling drugs and stuff like that, like just trying to survive, because it's already hard enough out here as it is, like with inflation and the cost of living and stuff like that. Like people just trying to survive at the end of the day and finding ways to make money. So, I mean, you got a lot of athletes that come from bad neighborhoods and stuff like that. And once they're done with their sport, they kind of go back to their neighborhood and kind of fall back into what they grew up seeing their whole life. So,
okay.
So,
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so how much of an athlete's self-worth is shaped by performance and public recognition?
Can you say that again?
How much of athlete's self-worth is shaped by performance and public recognition?
Shaped by public and recognition? I think it's shaped like that's pretty much what all is. Like that's what everybody kind of is like pushing for, especially right now. Being recognized as like a great athlete, or like in your sport, being like an elite player in your sport. Especially with like now that they have NIL and like players are getting paid for like their name, their image, and like their likeness.
That's in college.
Yeah, that's a college thing. Like now athletes are able to get paid.
Oh, they get paid now.
Yeah.
When did that start? Because
I can't remember exactly what year it started. I want to say around COVID time. Somewhere in there. Might have been like right before COVID or a little bit after COVID. But I know NIL wasn't a thing when I first got to college. So it had to be around like 2020, 2021, somewhere around there. But now athletes are like able to make a lot of money. So like publicity is everything. Like trying to get your name out there, trying to perform on the field, and just how you present and carry yourself. Just trying to get that exposure. Like the more exposure you get, the more people like you, the more they see you, the more the more money is coming. So that's kind of what all people are chasing now. You got kids bouncing from school to school to school every single year, just chasing money. So that's publicity and getting that exposure is real big in sports now. Way bigger than it used to be back probably 5-10 years ago, because that wasn't really a thing.
That's in college.
Yeah, in college, yeah. But
what about high school?
I mean, yeah, high school too, because like with social media now, it's so easy to like put yourself out there. You got people coming out of high school, 5-star recruits who can come into a college making a lot of money. You got like $1 million contracts that they can sign coming out of high school now. Like it starts in high school, like when they're recruiting these athletes out of high school. They're not really going to like the schools that they really like anymore. They're like just chasing money. Whoever's going to pay me the most money, that's where I'm going to go. That's kind of like the attitude like a lot of athletes are taking now. But like with NIL and the transfer portal, that kind of happened at the same time. So the transfer portal, it's like that's why athletes can go to a different school every year. I can go to TCU where I went one year. If I don't like something or I just want to try something new, I can go to a different school. Each year I can do that. And that's kind of affecting high school athletes now, because
in a good way or bad way?
Bad way. Because now, it used to be, before the transfer portal started, it used to be colleges would recruit high school athletes coming out of college that's about to graduate and go to college. They're recruiting them. But now with the transfer portal, with college athletes, they're able to go to different schools. The coaches are recruiting those college athletes that are coming from different schools that already have experience and on the college level. They already know, like, kind of adjusted to college level, so they're going to recruit all these college athletes from different schools rather than recruiting those high school athletes. So it's kind of harder for those high school athletes to get recruited now to like D1 big school programs. So it's kind of affecting them in a negative way too. But that just having that publicity though, if you're a 5-star coming out of high school, you can make a lot of money at the college level now.
Okay.
So.
All right, so do athletes struggle more with losing identity than losing income?
That's a tough one. I think they're both kind of on like the same level. I mean, I believe it kind of happens around about the same time, because once you're done with college, once you're done making that money, like once you're done playing football and you're not playing anymore, you stop making money, and at the same time that you're done and you're not making that money no more, that identity is gone also. So they kind of go hand in hand. They kind of happen around like that same time. You're losing money and you're not playing your sport. So that identity is gone, that income is gone now. So I don't think one is bigger than the other. It's just they both kind of happen at the same time, which makes the transition even harder, because all through college, especially like football athletes get like full scholarship, right? So they don't pay anything through college. Like college is paid for. All you have to do is show up, go to your classes, pass your classes, show up for your sport. That's pretty much all you're doing. And they're paying you like a stipend every month. They're giving you money for basically to pay your rent for your apartment. You don't have to work or do any of that. They're feeding you 4 or 5 times a day, extra more food than you can eat. So you have nothing to worry about in college. Like for 4 or 5 years, you don't have anything to worry about at all. And then you get done and all of that is cut off. So that identity is gone from your sport. You're not playing your sport anymore. And all that money that you was getting all of those years is gone now too. So now you just
Reality's kicking
in. You don't know what to do with yourself. You didn't do a good job of setting yourself up while you was in college, and now you're like, like, what do I do now? I don't know.
Are there programs set in a way that helps you or athletes, how they could manage their money?
Yeah, there's programs on campus, like they have advisors on campus and stuff that are in place to help you. Like they're there to help you to prepare yourself for like after school. But I feel like a lot of athletes don't take advantage of that. They kind of just depend on making it to the NFL, making it to the NBA, making it professionally. They don't take advantage of those resources that we have while we're in school. It kind of doesn't. You really don't think about it too much until you're done with your sport, and now you realize, like, man, I wish I would have took advantage of that stuff while I could. But now it's too late. But like the resources are there while you're in school, but you just have to be willing to take out the time and go and care more about your future and set yourself up for success once you're done. But that's something I didn't do. I didn't take advantage of those resources that I had while I was in college. Yeah.
So who remains in an athlete's life when the spotlight turns off?
Done. I mean, kind of like I said earlier, kind of just like your family, like the people that raised you, like my parents, my aunts, uncles, cousins, all those people, like they've always been solid from day one. So never had no doubt about any of them. If I ever needed something, I know that I can always count on my family to help support me or help me through a situation that I'm in. But like I said, everybody doesn't have that that same support system. Like a lot of times through college, some athletes are the providers for the family. Like they're in college, they're making their money, but they're sending money to their mom, they're sending money to their parents to help them pay their bills and stuff. So it's different for everybody. But just that's really about all you have though. Once you're done, is your family, the ones who's been sticking beside you from day one, that's known you your whole life. But those ones that came along probably while you were in college, and the so-called fans, your fans while you were in college, you really don't hear nothing from them once you're done with your sport. All those brand deals that you had, like there's nothing that you're kind of doing to bring them. Like you're not doing anything. They can't gain anything from supporting you anymore. So they kind of just throw you away, move on to the next athlete that they can, make some money off of. So really just your family. That's pretty much all you can really count on once you're done.
Mm-hmm. We talk about this, but in a different way, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask you this again. So how do athletes redefine purpose? Earns, wins, and statistics no longer measure success.
I think that's just in the process of finding out what you want to do with your life, like finding out what else it is that you're interested in. I know, like for me, like as a Christian, like I was able at first, I grew up in the church, right? Like, that's always been a part of who I am. But I kind of shied away from that while I was in college, and got distracted and just got into a lot of stuff that I knew I shouldn't have been doing. And once I kind of finished with my sport, I still wasn't really into it the way I should be. But I know that probably like a year after I was done playing, I went back to my roots, like what I was raised up in, like, finding my identity, my true identity, like in Christ. That's like where I found my peace and joy through that process. It was still hard. Like it's still kind of hard right now, but like through finding my true identity, like just surrendering and just saying like God, I give it to you, like that is what has helped me through this process. But not everybody believes that same way that I do. So it's just it's kind of like it's just a rough stretch. I don't know. It's kind of, I guess, just I don't really know. Like it's just kind of hard to find that identity again. It's just kind of exploring, trial and error type of thing. Just trying to figure it out what it is that you want to do. But I don't think there's like a certain method exactly to like figure it out. It's just a hard process to kind of navigate. But
Okay. So I got that. No, can the mindset that creates the elite athletes, let's talk about NFL players, also make retirement harder?
Make retirement harder? I don't think so. I mean, are you saying like take that same mindset that you had while you were playing into like your career after? Actually, I think that honestly gives you an advantage instead of hurting you. Because like when you're in football, you do everything that you can to like try to be the best in your sport. Like kind of like in game situation stuff. When you might start out the game terrible, you might start out losing, but it's not about how you start the game, it's how you finish the game and stuff like that. Like that type of mindset, I think you can take that mindset and apply that to whatever career that you go into. Whatever career you go into, like you apply that same mindset. You want to be the best at your job. Whatever your job is, you want to be the best at it. You want to know everything, all the details, the little details that you can about your career. And I think that drive to want to be the best and that process of trying to find a new career, like it's going to be hard at first. You might start out rough. You might not have as much money as you want starting out. You might not have the ideal house that you want starting out, but it's not how you start. It's what are you doing to get yourself out of that situation? I think that mindset that athletes have can really help them once they're done with their sport. It's just that getting over that hump of not knowing like what it is that getting over that hump of like that career is over. Once you're over that and you take that mindset that you had while you was playing and apply that to finding a career, I think that can really help people. I don't think it hurts them at all taking that mindset in. But yeah, I think it's definitely important. I've been trying to imply that even where I'm at right now, I don't have the job that I want right now, but I still want to do my best every day that I come in and work. I want to be the best at my position. And with that, as you keep on doing that, you'll reap what you sow. You keep on planting those little seeds of doing good, showing up every day. Like eventually, like you're going to grow. And I think it's just important to stick to that mindset once you're done. Don't feel like you have to switch that up. I think sports is a great life lesson, and you can apply that not just in sports, but all aspects of life.
So what kind of job are you pursuing at this time?
Well, right now I'm trying to get into nursing school.
Nursing school.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into nursing school. So it was like really random because I kind of really wasn't. I never thought I wanted to be a nurse like at all. But as I've joined the field, like as a tech working at the hospital, it's kind of opened my eyes up to it a lot more. I honestly enjoy it. It's not bad at all, but that's something I did not see myself doing. That's kind of like I'm saying, like get out, do things that you've never tried before, and it'll getting that experience to working in that field, working around people that already have made it to where you want to get to, and you're able to work with all these people. Like me being able to work with y'all and see like the lifestyle that y'all have and how much y'all have accomplished, that just motivates me to believe that, if they did it, I can do it, and it just opens your eyes up to a lot more, and you have people there that are willing to help you to reach that goal and support you to push you to reach that goal. And
that's our job.
Yeah. So I think me working there as a tech, I might not be making as much money as I wanted to. I might not be in the position that I want to be in, but it's taking that step of stepping into something new that I was unfamiliar with. It has opened my eyes up to, that I can reach more goals and I can accomplish something. Like I always enjoyed helping people, but like the idea I had of nursing and the things that I heard of nursing was, just all the bad, like, as far as like wiping patients while like stuff like that, like dealing with blood and people coming into the hospital with all these big back cuts and stuff like that. Like I was like, nah, that stuff ain't for me. But like, once you get into that field, you realize it's a lot broader than just that. It's so much that you can do with nursing. So that's what I'm kind of pursuing right now. And I feel like I'm still kind of small-minded towards nursing. Like I've only worked in like the psych side of it. Like I know there's a lot more other fields to it too, but like I've really been enjoying like kind of learning more about it and stuff like that. So